Which rideshare company wants you to have priority when it comes time to get vaccinated for COVID? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome to Mark's Travel Time. If you're a driver for Uber, Lyft, Trip, do you want to get the vaccine? I'm talking about the vaccine for COVID. Because if you do, someone is in your corner fighting for you, trying to get you moved to the top of the list. What am I talking about? Dara Khosrowshahi, here we go, has sent a letter to all 50 state governors asking them to categorize rideshare drivers as essential workers. Now, I don't know what it takes in order to get your letter to be seen by a governor, but I assume if you are a leader of industry, it can happen. I don't know how it happens. When I send my letter, I don't think the governor reads it. Do they stamp on there, this is coming from Dara Khosrowshahi? I don't know. But he sent them a letter saying that drivers should be categorized as essential workers. Now, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, has already stated that they want priority to go to health care workers. They don't have final say. This is just a recommendation, and followed by people who are living in long-term care facilities, followed by essential workers. So who's making this decision, the final decision? Well, it's up to the governors. And that is why Dastardly Dara, should I do it again, has determined or has decided to send letters to all the governors so they can make that decision in order to categorize us as essential workers. What would be an essential worker? Well, I guess people that keep everyday life going, that keep us fed, that keep, I would imagine in the northern states, heating and cooling and all of that sort of thing would be essential workers, right? So does transportation come into play? I would imagine so. And Dara's argument is that people like us get the healthcare workers to their jobs, and they rely upon transportation in order to do their very important vital functions in society. So it's kind of curious that we are so essential and so important, but they really didn't want us to be part of their group, right? They didn't really want us to be employees. Not that I'm dying to be an Uber employee, but it's just their perspective. We're not important enough to become employees and really pay us wages or salaries or whatever it might be. But when it comes time for a vaccine, they want us to move to the front of the list. Now, this raises more questions than answers, I think, because it's pretty evident the process here. But why did he do it? Why do you think he actually asked for us to become essential workers? I can think of several reasons. Some of them are more obvious than others. Number one, of course, he wants to keep his business going. And the more drivers that get sick or are afraid to go out, and a lot of this is just the perception, right? Perception is reality. If the perception is if I get sick, I can't drive, I might have to be hospitalized, I might even die. If that's perception, sometimes that perception is alleviated simply by taking some actions. In this case, getting a vaccine, and people now feel better. Whew, boy, now I got the vaccine, I don't have to worry so much. And they'll get out and they'll drive. So that's one thing. But if this vaccine is effective and it does start to cut down on the number of drivers that become infected or come in contact, I don't know if it's going to change the way that contact tracing is done because, well, I've been vaccinated now, so I don't have to worry quite so much. They no longer have to provide that monetary support that they were providing. Remember, they said they would support you for 14 days, and I don't know exactly what it is. I'd have to go back and look at what the promise was. But if you were infected or you were required to go into hiding, you know, you were to be quarantined, that they would cover a set amount of pay. So I think they're doing this all for selfish reasons. I don't think they're really doing this because they want to show how they support drivers and they think drivers are oh so important. I don't think it's that at all. But now there's another side to this. How many drivers will even get vaccinated? I have talked to drivers or had corresponded with drivers here on my channel say they're not going to get it. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel confident. This vaccine was kind of ramrodded through, and now they're kind of concerned that I don't know if I want to jump into something that was put on such a rush in order to be approved. So is this even going to be something not effective in terms of will it work, but effective in terms of will people trust it and want to get the vaccine? So there's a lot of facets to this. I just think it's quite interesting that Dara Khosrowshahi, of all people, is now stepping up saying, hey, our drivers should be first in line to get vaccinated. I don't think they're going to have enough vaccines to do it by the end of the year. I mean, we're only talking, what, 3 weeks now, even less than that, 2 weeks. So that's probably going to be irrelevant. But still, as the new year rolls out, you know, we might be first in line. I don't know. I got a couple questions for you. Number one, do you think the governors will pay heed? Do you think they will even pay attention to the likes of someone like Dara Khosrowshahi? And I don't mean that to sound derogatory, demeaning. He is a leader of industry. It's a major company. Do you think they're going to listen to him, that his request is going to have any impact? Secondly, if they do you think the majority of drivers are going to get in line and get that vaccine? I'd love to hear from you. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Mark. This is Mark's Travel Time.